Lueroi's Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Walkthrough, Part 19. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mauville City, and today we're going to take on the gym leader, Leader Wattson, the cheerfully electrifying man. So before we get into that, let's go ahead and give out the viewer shout-out of the day, and it's going to go to Team Galactic boss Cyrus, because he correctly guessed in the comment section that my next Pokemon will be a Psychic type. Yeah, most of you were guessing like flying or ground, but it's going to be a Psychic type, so I'm pretty excited to see you guys speculate and guess who you think I'm going to use. First shout out in the next video, try to name every Psychic type I've ever used in any of my walkthroughs. And with that said, let's go ahead and head inside the gym. So yeah, this is an electric type gym, similar to Lieutenant Surge in the original games. Yo, how's it going, champ to be? Lueroi Wattson, the leader of Mauville Gym, uses electric type Pokemon. So don't use your water types, because he'll zap them. And he has these, like, switch control devices that kind of work like a little puzzle in the gym. My electric soul, it'll shatter your dreams whole. Oh, we got a rapper in the house. Alright, so are you an aspiring rapper or an aspiring guitarist? You can only choose one, man. This dude's got a Magnemite, but yeah, this is very similar to Lieutenant Surge. Both of them are the third gym leaders. They both use electric type Pokemon. In some ways, this gym's kind of like a steel type too, because you're going to see a lot of these Magnemites. So even if you don't have a ground type Pokemon, fire and fighting can still come in handy for you. And Combuskin is fire and fighting, so it makes it pretty easy for me. He also has an electric now, or an electrike. Now I'm expecting Popeye to get a bunch of experience in this gym. So I'll take this opportunity to switch over to Plusle. I just don't want Combuskin to like run away with it and get up way too many levels. So let's go ahead and use a Swift. Now I don't really expect this thing to be able to do much to Plusle being an electric type. Now I'm actually kind of jumping into the gym pretty early here. There's a lot of training that's still available for me to do. So if you think you're going to have a tough time matching up against Wattson, go ahead and go to the route west of Mauville, because there's a lot of trainers with a lot of Pokemon to fight over there. You can also go to the Cycling Road, and you actually get a lot of chances to fight Magnemites on the Cycling Road, so you can figure out the best strategy for taking them down and get up a few extra levels before going in here. I don't think I'm going to have any problems, because Combuskin is kind of like a match made in heaven for this gym. So is Marshtomp. If you have a Combuskin or Marshtomp, you're going to have a fairly easy time getting through this gym. Could be a little bit trickier if you chose Trico. So, if you did choose a Trico, my recommendation would be going to the Mart and buying the TM for Low Sweep. Low Sweep is a fighting type move that Grovyle can learn, and it's going to be pretty useful because it's super effective against the Magnemites and Magnetons that you're otherwise going to have a pretty hard time dealing with. And, whoa, critical hits on the... Whoa, 2 critical hits in a row on my double kick! You don't see that every day, that is crazy, man. Alright, so that Electrike just got slaughtered by double kicks. Just as strong as a quadruple kick with those critical hits. Yeah, this puzzle is extremely easy. Like a 4-year-old child could probably solve this thing. Alright, so this is a Battle Girl. Not you would expect to see in an electric type gym, but it's not only electric type Pokemon in here. She has a Meditite. And what that makes this thing special is that it knows the move Thunder Punch. Yeah, I recall in Ruby and Sapphire, someone had a Zigzagoon in here that knew, like, Thunderbolt or something, and it always throw me off like crazy. But yeah, that Thunder Punch is pretty strong on Meditite there, because it's got really high attack. Aerial Ace isn't going to knock it out, that sucks. Yeah, I just got the move Aerial Ace on my Combuskin. I got rid of Rock Tomb. I just didn't have a good way to deal with fighting-type Pokemon, and Meditite in particular, so... Yeah, Aerial Ace will be pretty useful on there, but once I do catch that Psychic-type Pokemon, I'll have a little bit easier of a time. Now, Popeye at level 20 is great because you get a new move, Flame Charge, and Ember definitely needs an upgrade. I need a better Fire-type move. Now Flame Charge isn't a whole lot more powerful than Ember, but it has the nice little bonus effect of boosting up your speed. So yeah, use a couple of Flame Charges and you're gonna have a really fast Combuskin. And that's nice because Combuskin is kind of a slower Pokemon. And press this switch right here, and actually, since Combuskin's almost dead from those Thunder Punches, I'll go ahead and give him a break. I really just wanted to get him up to level 20 to get Flame Charge, because I think I'm going to need that in the gym fight. So I'll go back over to Plusle. Plusle seems to do just fine against these electric types. It's kind of more of a defensive strategy. This Plusle has good special defense, and these Voltorbs can't really do much of anything to it. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's do a little Echoed Voice. Try to get the Echoed Voice train rolling and take out these two Voltorbs. Now what I should have done is attach the Metronome to Plusle. Metronome's an item that I bought in the last episode because Echoed Voice gains more power every time you use it, and Metronome boosts up your move's power in the same way. Every time you use it consecutively, it gets stronger and stronger. So you can kind of overlap on the boosted power with Metronome and Echoed Voice, but whatever, I kind of forgot to put it on. I did put the Expert Belt on my Combuskin. The Expert Belt is a really nice item that boosts up your super effective moves by 20%. And since Combuskin has such a big range of attacks, I figured he could make good use of that. Voltorb's gonna hit me with a rollout, but yeah, I should be able to get in there with one more of these and knock him out. So the gym trainers really aren't too tough here. The only real threat you have in here is the gym leader himself, which is not too unusual. Unplugged and turned off. I don't think you have to turn something off after you unplug it. Doesn't unplugging it just turn it off on its own? Alright, and oh my god, that puzzle was so hard. How did we figure it out? Alright, so with that said, we are ready to take on the gym leader, Wattson. Yeah, your gym trainers were pretty pathetic, man. But let's put Combuskin back up to the front. He's going to be my main man, and I got to heal him up because he's almost dead right now. I don't feel like going back to the Pokemon Center. I don't want to do the whole puzzle again, so we'll just use a fresh water, and we should be ready to go. So, Wattson, what's going on, man? Just staring into the distance here. Still just staring at this thing. You can't keep looking at that, man. It's going to mess with your eyes or something. You even realize I'm here? Hey, Wattson, you're fat. Oh, yeah, that got your attention, didn't it? Alright. Now, what are you doing here? What do you think I'm doing here, man? I'm here to challenge you. What? You say you've gotten past all my rigged doors? That's what I'm saying. I mean, how do you think I am standing right in front of you? Of course I got past your rigged doors. By the way, those were super easy. A 3-year-old could have solved that puzzle, man. Alright, so, I, Wattson, the leader of Mauville Gym, shall electrify you. Watson's always laughing. What is so funny, man? What is so funny? Alright, this is a pretty tough fight versus the gym leader, Wattson. His team got a little bit easier, from level-wise from the old games, but he now has a new signature move, Volt Switch, which is more powerful than Shockwave, his old move. All of his Pokemon know Volt Switch. This Magnemite also has Tackle and Thunder Wave. So Magnemite's not really going to be too tough for you. I'm just going to go ahead and use Double Team, or Double Kick, I mean. Now, he does like to paralyze, so maybe go ahead and put one of those berries on your lead Pokemon that heals paralysis. But yeah, you're really not going to have too tough of a time knocking that thing out. Just keep in mind it's a Steel type, so it does have a lot of resistances. Alright, so next up is his Voltorb. Now I'm actually going to switch out here. I don't have any moves that are super effective against Voltorb, and it's a pretty fast Pokemon, so I want to make sure Combuskin's 100% ready to go for when he sends out that Magneton. So for now, I'll go over to Hercules the Mightyena. He should be able to deal with Voltorb fairly easily. Voltorb knows the moves Rollout, Charge, and Volt Switch. All of his Pokemon only have 3 moves. I'm just going to go ahead and bite it. And it looks like my Quick Claw is going to let me go first, which is nice. So that's going to take a good chunk out of Voltorb, and he's going to Volt Switch, which can only mean one thing. He's going to switch over to Magneton. Volt Switch is kind of an annoying move because you just have a hard time actually getting out damage on the Pokemon you're trying to attack. Keep switching around and it makes it really annoying. Now this Magneton right here also knows Volt Switch, and it has Supersonic, which he's going to use right now to confuse you, and he knows Magnet Bomb. So I was not expecting to have to deal with this Magneton just yet, but check this out guys, I'm going to use this move Snarl, because that's going to lower his special attack. And Magneton is known for its insanely high special attack stats, so it's going to make this Volt Switch do a little bit less damage, but this is kind of tough because he's going back and forth. I just want to kill this Voltorb so I can only have to deal with the Magneton. But my Mighty N is confused, I'm hitting myself, that's not good at all. And now I'm about to die, and this thing's pretty fast, you can probably kill me, and you know what, let's just get out of here. I'm confused, I'm not going to last long, so let's just switch over back to Combusken. I should have just kept you in the first place, Popeye. Alright, so he's probably gonna Volt Switch again, but I should be able to take it fairly well. And at least at this point, I'm already in here for Magneton. Because Combusken's the only guy I trust to dish out damage to Magneton. Now, I have a feeling he's gonna just keep doing Volt Switch. That tends to be his strategy, so let's just assume that we're gonna have to deal with the Voltorb here, eh? And Magneton is surprisingly fast. He's almost gonna kill me. Holy crap, I lived with 1 hit point. That is spectacular. But what I did was I went ahead and used Flame Charge, because that's gonna be enough to take out Voltorb, but it's also gonna boost my speed. So now I'm gonna be faster than Wattson's Magneton, which is huge because I only have 1 hit point left. He's easily gonna knock me out with another hit. So I will stick around here for the Magneton, and let's just hope that my double kick can finish the job off, because I'm not gonna last long. So with that speed boost, I'm gonna go first, and double kick's gonna finish him off. So there we go, guys. We defeated the gym leader Wattson with our Combusken, and that's gonna get me up to level 21, which is great. So yeah, guys, if you have a Combusken or a Marshtomp, you're gonna have a pretty easy time with Wattson. If you have a Grovyle, like I said, teach it Low Sweep, the fighting type move. It's gonna be one of your only chances to take on his Magneton. So here we go, guys. We are gonna get the Dynamo Badge, which is our 3rd gym badge, which means we only have 5 more to go, and we can now use the HM Rock Smash outside of battle. And that's awesome because it's going to open up the route to the north of Mauville, so we can head towards the next city. He's going to give you TM72, the Volt Switch move that he kept using. I'll go ahead and teach that to Plusle. It is an annoying move because, you know, if you actually want your Pokemon to stay in and keep attacking, you know, you have to switch out with Volt Switch, but it's still a pretty powerful move. I kind of preferred Shockwave more, which you got in the original games, but whatever. All that matters is that we are now certified trainers in the Mauville Gym. Whoa, you're electrifying! Alright, that's it for this episode, everybody. Stay tuned for more. I'll catch you guys next time with some more Alpha Sapphire. Peace out, gang.